Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite lunch recipes of all time, which are these super easy and delicious buffalo chicken meatballs. If you're interested in learning how to make these yourself at home, let's get started. So to start this recipe, we're just going to need 1 1/4 pounds of ground chicken, and I didn't have any in my freezer, so I just went ahead and pulsed a chicken breast in my food processor for a couple minutes until it became this consistency. And then I'm also using 3 cloves of minced garlic. You can use less if you don't like such a strong garlic flavor, but I really like it, so I'm using 3. And then a half of a medium diced onion, as well as 1 large egg. And then I'm using some homemade breadcrumbs for this. You're going to need 3/4 of a cup, but if you don't have homemade breadcrumbs, store-bought is just fine as well. And then we're also going to need 3/4 of a cup of ground Parmesan cheese. And we also have some ranch that we're going to be putting in and some buffalo wing sauce. And then for our spices, it's just a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now we're going to mix everything in this large bowl, starting with the egg. You're going to just mix that all together. You really want this egg to be completely broken down. And I like to whip it for like an additional minute or so just to add a little bit extra air into this mix. And this also helps to bind your meatballs together and make it nice and light. Now we're just going to be adding our minced up garlic and our minced up onion to that egg, and we're going to be mixing that all together. You want to mix all of your ingredients before you add your chicken, otherwise your meatballs will come out kind of tough. So then we're going to add in our garlic powder, our salt, our pepper, and our Italian seasoning right into that bowl with the egg, and make sure that each step is thoroughly combined. Next, we're going to add in our grated Parmesan cheese as well as our breadcrumbs, and just go ahead and mix that all together. Next, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of buffalo sauce. I'm using the Sweet Baby Ray's just because it tastes more like a traditional sauce you get from a restaurant, but you can use whatever hot sauce you want for this, of course. And then we're also going to be adding 2 tablespoons of ranch. This is a ranch that I got from a local pizza shop, and this just really helps to keep everything nice and moist in the mixture, as well as give it all a really nice buffalo flavor. So once that is all combined, now we're going to add in our ground chicken. And when you're mixing these together, you really want to just gently fold all the other ingredients into the chicken. You don't want to squeeze this and pack it down really tightly because your meatballs will end up coming out really dense and tough. So you just want to make sure that you keep it all nice and light and just keep on folding it until it all comes together and creates kind of like a uniform consistency. So once you have it all combined, it should look something like this. You can tell that everything is mixed thoroughly together and it just looks nice and smooth. So now to make sure all my meatballs are the same size, I'm just going to be using this 1-inch little scooper. If you don't have one of these, you can just kind of eyeball it or use 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to be scooping all of my meatballs onto a sheet tray that I have lined with aluminum foil. And then I did spray it down with some nonstick cooking oil just to make sure that these don't stick. Once I have all the meatballs scooped out, I will just take each one and gently roll them between my palms just to make a nice and even meatball. And this recipe ends up making 32, which is awesome because I will have tons left over in my freezer just to heat up for a quick lunch on a busy day. And then once you're done rolling these all and making them nice and pretty, you're just going to put them in a 400-degree oven for 25 minutes, and they'll come out looking nice and golden brown, and then I'll show you what they look like when they come out. After about 25 minutes, my meatballs are done and my whole house smells absolutely amazing. I honestly love this recipe. These turn out so good and they're just really yummy. So to finish these up, I just will throw however many I'm going to eat. I think I'm going to start with 8 today just because I was really hungry. Normally I'll just eat 4 or 6 of these for lunch, but I just put them in a bowl with my buffalo sauce and just spun them all to coat. And then this is what they look like when they're done. They are just beautiful and they taste really, really good. And this is a super filling lunch. And of course, if you're anything like me, I love to drizzle these with a little bit of additional ranch, and then I will also eat them with some celery sticks just to cool everything down. I absolutely love this recipe. If you guys try this out, please leave me a comment below. I would love to know what you guys think about these. And then also what I do once they're completely cool is I'll just label a Ziploc bag buffalo chicken meatballs and then the day that I made them. These freeze really, really well, and when I'm hungry for them, I will just take out however many I want to eat that day, and then I will just microwave them for a minute or two and then toss them with that buffalo sauce and some additional ranch as well. Just make sure that you've got all the air out of there and go ahead and toss these in the freezer. Comment below and let me know if you guys like these quick little recipe videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.